Hi there. Now, would you call yourself an investor just because you bought a piece of land somewhere in the middle of nowhere and named it after your crush? Right now, the game is no longer about owning a 50 by 100 plot somewhere in the bush. It's about owning high yield income engines. Let's talk about the Airbnb ready 1 and 2 bedrooms investment strategy. My name is Waihura, and this is the Wealth Architect. Now forget large family homes. The highest return on investment is coming from compact, tech-enabled 1 and 2 bedroom apartments in high density nodes such as Kilimani or Westlands. Now look at this. A traditional rental house could fetch you between 60 and 70,000 shillings in Kilimani. Now that same unit, optimized for short-term rentals, could fetch you north of 150,000 shillings even on 55% occupancy. You are not just a landlord, you are now an operations manager. You will earn a premium for providing flexibility to consultants, expatriates, or even short-term weekend travelers who frequent the city. In addition, there are now emerging trends of fractional ownership or tokenization. Now, what is tokenization? Imagine a 10 million shillings apartment that is digitized into 100 tokens. You buy 1 token for 100,000 shillings and receive a proportion of that percentage in rent and appreciation. This brings the REIT experience to specific single asset projects. It is perfect for the person who wants to invest in a specific high-end building in Kilimani but has a smaller budget. Now let me ask you, why would you buy a 5 million shillings plot that sits idle for 10 years so that it can appreciate, while you could own 10% of a high-end building in Kilimani that pays you on a monthly basis? Stop buying plots for the ego and start building income engines for the future. Well, we have found ourselves there. You scrap together some few savings here and there, buy a piece of plot in the bush, and then wait. Wait for the plot to appreciate. Wait for the place to develop. Or wait for someone to come pay you 3 times what you paid for that plot. That is not an investment strategy. It is a hope-based prayer. The wealth architect strategy isn't just betting on luck. We are betting on yield. Now look at the difference. A plot in the bush that gives you 0 shillings every month, or an Airbnb ready apartment or rate in Kilimani that pays you on a monthly basis. That is an income engine. It is paying you while you sleep. It is paying you while you travel. And let's be honest, it is paying you while you are busy scrolling on TikTok looking for investment advice. Real estate shouldn't be a tomb for you to bury your money until you are 80 years old. Real estate should be an engine that pays for your lifestyle. Quit just collecting titles and start collecting dividends. It is time to stop acting like a landlord who is waiting for a miracle and start acting like an architect who is building wealth systems. Now, if you are serious, if you are ready to turn hope into cash flow, hit the link in my bio. Let's build something that actually pays you. And no, the plot in the bush is not a good enough answer.